The scandalous Epstein files seem likely to be published after all, despite all the White House's attempts to prevent it. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson decided to quickly schedule a vote in the House of Representatives on the attempt to force the release of all materials related to the Jeffrey Epstein case, as soon as it became clear that it was no longer possible to stop this process. Moreover, the White House admitted that some Republicans went against Trump, and it would not be possible to stop them either. And now many experts insist that if President Donald Trump has nothing to hide in the Epstein case, then he has certainly chosen the strangest possible way to demonstrate it. Trump, let me remind you, no charges have been brought against him in connection with the convicted criminal Epstein. But for some reason, Trump recently publicly demanded that Republicans in Congress block the decision to release the Epstein files. And this in itself could become a political problem, regardless of what is ultimately obtained from these files in Congress. And the Epstein files seem likely to be released soon, as Congress is preparing for a historic vote. My name is Pechiy. Let's discuss this topic together. But before we start, I ask you to subscribe to this channel, like this episode, and leave any detailed comment under this video. Also, subscribe to my Telegram channel, Pechiy News. The link to it is in the description of this video. There we post breaking news as soon as it comes in. If you want to support the work of this YouTube channel, you can do so financially with any donation or a paid sponsorship subscription using the links and details provided. In the description of this video it says, support the Pechiy channel. Choose any format that's convenient for you. I will be grateful for any support you can give. So for more than 50 days, the Speaker of the House and Trump ally, Mike Johnson, managed to postpone the House session to prevent a vote on releasing the Epstein files. But the other day, a petition in the House requiring Johnson to bring this issue to a vote gathered the necessary 218 signatures. As a result, Mike Johnson quickly scheduled a House vote when it became clear stopping the process was impossible. This decision marked a change in strategy for both Mike Johnson and the White House, who had long tried to delay this process. But what is most dangerous for Donald Trump is that Republican leaders in the House of Representatives are preparing for a significant number of Republicans to break away from President Donald Trump and support a bipartisan bill led by Republican Representative Thomas Massie and Democratic Representative Ro Khanna, calling on the Justice Department to release the Epstein files. Moreover, there is even an expectation that the bill will get enough votes so that neither the Senate nor the President will have the right to veto it. Apparently, not all Republicans listened to Trump's call and openly stated that it's time to stop postponing this issue and finally reveal the truth to everyone. And on Wednesday, that same Massie stated that he hopes the majority, which prevents a veto, will force the Senate to take action despite Trump's objections. Let me explain what I mean. The thing is, to get a veto-proof majority, either in the Senate or in the White House, you need 2/3 of the House of Representatives or 290 votes if all members are present. If the House of Representatives gets 290 votes, that's it. Automatically, both the Senate and the White House have to make the same decision, and still require the Justice Department to release these files. If there are fewer votes, then the Senate can stall the whole thing. And here, let me remind you that Speaker Johnson sent the House of Representatives on August recess early, partly to avoid a vote related to the Epstein Do Not Resuscitate documents. When the House of Representatives returned in September, leading Republicans in Congress and White House allies were working behind the scenes to prevent this vote. Postponed again, then another recess. On Wednesday, Trump even publicly demanded that Republicans not vote on this issue. And here, the Republicans, as it turned out, are hoping to pull a trick. They say that if the momentum in the House of Representatives can't be stopped, then the only way out is to pass the issue on to the Senate. They say the House of Representatives should vote in favor, but the Senate will likely block it. To prevent the Senate from blocking the bill, 290 votes are needed in the House. And the Republicans are rushing to hold the vote for a reason. They hope that the authors of the bill simply won't have time to gather the votes. Well, then the Senate, with its Republican majority, will do everything possible, do its job, and no files will be published at all. But, if Trump has nothing to hide in the Jeffrey Epstein case, then he has certainly chosen the strangest way to show it. Trump hasn't been charged with anything related to Epstein, but he's acting extremely suspiciously. When Democrats leaked officials' Epstein-related messages mentioning Trump on Wednesday, the White House started to stir. The White House held a meeting in the Situation Room with a key Republican lawmaker who had signed the petition to release the Epstein files. Later, Trump even started calling Republican congressmen, and later still, Trump wrote the following on the social network Truth Social, quote, "The Democrats are trying to bring up the Jeffrey Epstein hoax again. Only a very bad or stupid Republican would fall into this trap. There should be no distractions about Epstein or anything else, and all Republicans should be focused only on reopening the government." Well, it's worth recalling how the Trump administration, which itself advocated for the release of the Epstein files, suddenly opposed it in July of this year. Moreover, it's very strange that Trump only recently admitted that he knew Epstein's associate, Maxwell, was recruiting girls at Mar-a-Lago, sometimes even underage. It's very strange that Trump denies writing an obscene letter to Epstein, which was published in the summer. Moreover, it's very strange that the Trump administration, for some reason, ordered Maxwell, who was defending Donald Trump, to be interrogated again. But the latest leaked letters completely invalidate all of Maxwell's statements. But the strangest thing is that, by order of the White House, Maxwell was for some reason transferred from prison to a general regime labor camp, and now Maxwell has a special status there. Therefore, even if Trump has nothing to hide, the danger is that all his behavior looks as if he actually does have something to hide. I'll leave it at that. Share your opinions and conclusions in the comments below this episode. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and don't forget to like. That's all for now. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye, everyone.